To Sherlock Holmes, Irene Adler is an enigma and a source of profound respect. While he remained immune to the softer passions, his encounter with her marked the only time his brilliant analytical mind was ever defeated by a woman. It is for this reason that he forever refers to her as the woman. The story begins in Watson's voice, describing Holmes's precise, observant mind and his famous aversion to sentimentality. This comfortable routine at 221B Baker Street is shattered by the arrival of an imposing, masked gentleman whose true identity, the King of Bohemia, Holmes instantly deduces through his minute observation of the man's dress and bearing. The king, Wilhelm Gottsreich Sigismund von Ormstein, is in a panic. He is shortly to be married to a member of the Scandinavian royal family, but his past relationship with the famous American contralto, Irene Adler, threatens to ruin everything. She holds a photograph of them both and is threatening to send it to his fiancée's family. The king confesses his previous attempts to reclaim the photograph, including 2 burglaries and an attempted highway robbery, all failed, thwarted by Adler's fierce intelligence and determination. Holmes accepts the hefty fee and the challenge with zeal. He immediately goes out in disguise, adopting the role of a drunken, out-of-work groomsman. He spends the day gathering information in the neighborhood surrounding Adler's house, observing her comings and goings, and talking to the local servants. He discovers that Irene Adler is known for her beauty, her courage, and her intention to leave England soon. He also learns of her frequent, rapid visits from the lawyer, Mr. Godfrey Norton. This leads to a dramatic turn. Holmes and Watson follow Norton to a church, where Irene Adler soon arrives. They find themselves unexpectedly swept into a hasty, secretive marriage ceremony, where Holmes is drafted as an impromptu witness. This event briefly complicates Holmes's understanding of her motive. The next phase involves the famous fire alarm ruse. Holmes dresses as a kindly, simple-minded, nonconformist clergyman named Reverend Duncan Ross. He returns to the villa and stages a carefully orchestrated incident with some hired Confederates, pretending to be knocked unconscious or severely injured. The compassionate Irene Adler has him carried into her drawing room. This is the plan signal. At that moment, I, standing ready at the window, throw a smoke rocket inside and shout, "Fire! Fire!" The cry is raised in the street, creating a manufactured panic. Holmes's theory is that a woman will always instinctively rush to save her most important personal possession in a crisis. He watches as Irene Adler rushes directly to the recess over the mantelpiece, pulling a chain that opens a spring-locked panel. He instantly knows the location of the photograph, which he correctly assumes is not hidden in a difficult-to-reach safe, but in a place easily accessible for a treasured keepsake. Having achieved his objective, he makes a dramatic recovery and escapes. The following morning, Holmes, Watson, and the expectant king return to Adler's house to claim their prize. Holmes goes straight to the recess and opens the panel, finding only a snapshot of Irene Adler in an evening dress and a letter addressed to Sherlock Holmes himself. The letter, dated midnight, delivers the coup de grace. Irene Adler writes that she had recognized Holmes, noting, "You see that I have been much trained in that way. I am famous for my quick wit." She had immediately become suspicious of the events of the previous night. She confessed that she had a Confederate follow the clergyman home, and, upon confirming it was the celebrated detective, she and her husband immediately left the country. She assures the king that she will not use the photograph to harm him, but keeps it only as a means of self-protection. The king, though initially crestfallen, is filled with awe and admiration for her, stating, "Was ever such a woman? I tell you, Watson, that she is as witty as she is beautiful." In the end, Holmes has failed to retrieve the photo, yet he has won something more valuable: respect. When the king offers a valuable ring as a reward, Holmes declines, asking only for the photograph of Irene Adler that she left behind. Holmes, whose previous contempt for the emotional nature of women is well documented, keeps this photograph as a constant reminder of the time his intellect was surpassed.